అమెరికాలోని సిలికాన్ వ్యాలీలో జరిగిన తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ఐటీ పరిశ్రమల శాఖ కార్యదర్శి జయేష్ రంజన్ మీట్ అండ్ గ్రీట్ విజయవంతంగా ముగిసింది. శాన్ ఫ్రాన్సిస్కో కాన్సులేట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నిర్వహించింది. స్టార్టప్ సీఈఓలతో పలువురు ప్రముఖులతో జయేష్ రంజన్ సమావేశమై చర్చించారు. దేశ విదేశీ కంపెనీల పెట్టుబడులకు తెలంగాణ కేర్ ఆఫ్ అడ్రస్గా మారిందని జయేష్ రంజన్ పేర్కొన్నారు. ఈ సందర్భంగా ప్రవాసులు అడిగిన పలు ప్రశ్నలకు ఆయన సమాధానం చెప్పుకొచ్చారు.
India is rapidly becoming a center of excellence for space tech. So two of India's most storied startups, Consulate, which is the first Indian private player to send rockets into space in partnership with ISRO, was incubated at here, and they managed to do what Mr. Musk couldn't do right the first time. Their rocket took off the first time. So they were incubated here. We set up an Atal Innovation Center, which is focused on 4 areas: semiconductors, healthcare, sustainability and mobility, where at this point of time we incubated 120 plus startups. And in fact, just last Friday, we are working with an accelerator based here called Falconex. So 5 of our startups, one of them is a startup which is helping with private chat GPT within an enterprise in the life sciences space. We have several defense labs, etc. So all of this is leading to a profusion of deep, high-quality startups. For example, at T-Hub, we are setting up a nationally funded Center of Excellence on AI. It's called the DST, Department of Science and Technology AIML Center of Excellence. So when we started off back in 2015, there were less than 200 startups in Telangana. Today we have 7,500 startups. Right? And across India, we have now close to 4,000 deep tech startups out of the 85,000 startups. We have close to 700 deep tech startups in Hyderabad. Now, if you look at why is this such a rich ecosystem, so we have high quality academic research institutions. So we have IIIT, IIT, ISB, including many of the sectors which are currently hot, for example, Web3, sustainability, AI/ML, blockchain, etc. We have, of course, what we do with the startups is, apart from the physical infrastructure, which is truly world class, I'd like to invite all of you, not being to Hyderabad, to just come over to, some of you heard of Charminar, we are the new Charminar, 8 months back, and when we talked about these plans, both on the data center side and the venture side, I said, Telangana would also given his own affinity to Telangana. So for those of you who are not familiar with T-Hub, T-Hub is the largest incubator in India and the second largest globally. We are, from a physical dimension standpoint, we are about 585,000 square feet. We currently work with close to 500 startups. These are early stage startups. We typically work with them up to a pre-series A round.
Hyderabad has become the most preferred one because we as a state became the first state to set up a dedicated data center policy. We have created infrastructure, and more than anything else, one of the most attractive feature of our policy is an assurance that we will give government business to companies who set up their data centers here. So AWS, Microsoft Azure, these two data center giants have betted heavily on Hyderabad. Amazon is setting up data centers of a capacity of more than 300 megawatts. Likewise, for very, very important because our national government is in the process of introducing a very important piece of legislation, a very important piece of law, which requires localization of data. So you may be global tech companies, e-commerce companies, digital companies, and you must be having huge footprints in India. But this law, which is very close to becoming a reality, will prevent you from storing any of that data overseas. And therefore there is a huge data localization business opportunity which has come up in India. And I'm very happy to share with you that while India is a huge country, in the West Coast we have found lots of opportunities, lots of partners, lots of allies, lots of well-wishers. And therefore this time, when we were not able to fit in the formal engagement of the minister in the West Coast, I still felt that at least for some time we must go there and whatever best we can make use of that opportunity, let us do that.
So you will find very high quality founders backed by the strong linkage between academia, industry, etc. And I was also, when I was talking to some of you before we got here, I think potentially all the, I met somebody from Nike, I think Madhav, Nike, Cisco, Intel, and so on. So all of these have been incubated at PR. And I want to call out specifically in the space tech area. India is rapidly becoming a center of excellence for space tech. So two of India's most storied startups, Skyroot, which is the first Indian private player to send rockets into space in partnership with ISRO, was incubated at PR, and they managed to do what Mr. Musk couldn't do right the first time. Their rocket took off the first time.
Railways and IT Minister in Silicon Valley to discuss particularly on the semiconductor, and I could see from the industry leaders, not every industry here he met was a global leader in semiconductors, and we saw a lot of enthusiasm and for getting into India, and India has prepared a bit of initial ecosystem.